Welcome back. As rising costs increase, you may wonder, do I look for more income and what are the sources of income? I will share with you how Thanos gathered his power source with the infinity guarded 6 streams of income in Singapore. In Singapore, statistics show that more than 60% of the population are employed persons in 2021. Data is based on the mid-year labour force survey. The total population comprises residents and non-residents. Residents comprise Singapore citizens and permanent residents. The data exclude construction workers living at work sites and workers who commute daily from abroad to work in Singapore. It also excludes Singapore residents who have been away from Singapore for a continuous period of 12 months or longer. So, what do you mean by employed person? Employed person refers to anyone who, as long as age 15 years and above, work for at least 1 hour or more, either for pay, profit, or family gains. Have a job or business but are temporarily absent because of illness, injury, breakdown of machinery at the workplace, labour management dispute, or other reasons. Our army regulars like officer and intakes and NS boys serving 2 years of national service are also included as employed persons. Author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, famous for the cash flow quadrant, once said, "You will never be rich if you are a child employee." Okay, he did not say this, but is it true? Well, it depends. If it is him, effectively he is also an employee, but a super high level one. Robert Kiyosaki advocated moving towards the business and investor quadrant in order for one to be wealthy. Under the employee or self-employed quadrant, which more than 60% of us are in, we use our time and energy to get paid for money. After work, you can knock off and not think of it at the end of the day. There is a certain element of stability or predictability in this aspect. Hence, there is a limited time for us to work before our energy is expended. The advantages of being an employee is you get paid for the work and value you contribute to the company during working hours. And the boss of the company takes all business risks. The more value you are able to provide to the company, the higher potential your pay will be. Keyword is potential. The disadvantages of being an employee will be during working hours, you are expected by the company to focus and contribute to the growth of the company, in turn growing your boss' pocket. In return, you get a paycheck every month. Like what Atan always shared, the sky's the limit, and in sales there's no limit. For the self-employed, they determine their own active income. If they want to work, they work. If they don't want to work, then they have to jiakaki, like my lazy friend Atan. For example, insurance and property agents are remunerated by the sales they are able to bring in. They are results based. Some people take on additional jobs after their main job as well to earn additional side income, aka moonlight. Next, we have dividend income. In this study, dividends attributed to 84% of the total return of S&P 500 through dividends reinvestment since the 1960s. What is a dividend? A dividend is a payment from company earnings to shareholder, some semi-annual or quarterly, for example, REIT. Dividend is a popular choice among retirees as they are no longer working, and dividend act as another source of income for them. Right now, we are in an interest rate hike environment. Albert Einstein says it all. The eighth wonder of the world is compounding. Third, interest income. Do I need to say more? Just kidding. Interest rate is a double-edged sword. While mortgage rates are rising and people who are on loans are worrying about their increase in repayments. We have enjoyed the low interest rate environment for more than 15 years since the subprime crisis. The hyperinflation during the 1970s has caused interest rate to rise to double-digit figures. The wait has been long for the savers. There are also the risk-averse savers who are looking out for high interest rate fixed deposits. Banks are competing hard to attract customers. The Singapore property market has been booming during COVID 2020, where different properties are selling like hotcakes. The Singapore Property Index has been on the rise for both HDB and non-landed private property during the past 2 years. Recently, the Singapore government has also introduced cooling measures to curb the rising property price in order to ensure HDB remains affordable to Singaporeans. In the rental space, costs of rental are also rising in tandem with the rising interest rate. Foreigners who choose to stay put in Singapore and are renting a flat will likely face the increasing rent. Your landlord is laughing to bank. Yes, you have not heard wrongly, insurance income. Aside from stocks or rental income that gives an income, some retirees will also look at endowment plans or retirement plans to give them a peace of mind. This allows them to be away from the market as they do not have to monitor the market. Retirees have weak heart, you know. On top of the yearly or monthly income that such retirement plans provide, they have an element of protection in case something happened to you. The hidden income stream for Singaporeans and PRs, Central Provident Fund, aka CPF. The Singapore government has prepared Singaporeans and PRs by having 3 accounts, namely CPF Ordinary Account, CPF Special Account, and CPF Medisave Account when they are legally employed and start to make CPF contributions. And at the age of 55, retirement account will be created for you. Any savings from your special account will be transferred first, followed by your ordinary account when you reach age 55. This table will show the retirement sums depending on when you turn age 55. And here we have the CPF interest rates, where up to 5% on first 60,000 of combined CPF balances, capped 20,000 for ordinary account for CPF members aged below 55, and up to 6% on first 30,000 of combined CPF balances, capped 20,000 for ordinary account for CPF members aged 55 and above. Coming to retirement income, there is CPF Life. That is a national annuity insurance that gives you a monthly payout for as long as you live. Nani? Another insurance? This table will show you the various desired monthly payout when you reach age 65. With that, these are the 6 streams of income in Singapore. What are the streams of income you have and how many are active or passive? Do like and subscribe the video, do comment below, and I will see you. Adios.